بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
It just came to be. You wouldn't believe me, right? Because there's functions in that phone that somebody had to have designed.
Sure,
No?
but I believe
That phones came by themselves? Evolved?
they work together.
Did they
What
what?
about that grass there?
Right. Excellent. So that grass there, right? You believe that this grass even has communication, right? When you cut grass, I'm sure you know, right? It actually sends a distress signal out. That's how you smell fresh cut grass, right?
Maybe it's just the molecules from the
Excellent,
particles that are
excellent.
going
But the question gets to be, is that where did that develop from, right? How did it develop? If you're saying a single cell developed all life,
Okay.
how did some cell?
So there can be multiple hypotheses.
Okay, but how, can you actually test those?
You can't test any of them.
Well, you can. I'm getting there.
Okay,
right?
alright.
But first, I know, but we gotta get there in a symbol, right? Because if you jump, then you're not gonna understand, right?
Okay.
All right. So at least can we come to an agreement, right? That if you see that a single cell organism developed to different things, not in one generation, meaning it wasn't like, you know, suddenly little single cell organisms started to walk around, read books and write Shakespeare, right? That means over billions of years, those species developed. Not in one generation, so not the species itself, not like all humans came and said, hey, you know what, we need to be taller, guys, let's work on it, right?
We agree on that.
We agree on that.
Totally,
So there is some system, some creator, some designer, some evolver. We're not saying it's God, we're not giving a name right now.
Okay.
We're just coming to an agreement that there is some intelligence that develops those species to be where they need to be.
Okay. Intelligence
No,
can be a
I
system.
would say system.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay.
It can be an intelligent system.
But
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be a stupid system, right? I mean, it's a pretty hard thing to do, right?
I wouldn't say it's a self-aware system.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does a system,
Self-awareness.
right? So how does a system that does not know what it's doing develop something to be in its environment in the perfect way that it needs to be, right?
It doesn't have to know what it's doing. It can just be doing things that are working out for it.
But then that wouldn't work, right? Like if
Why would it not work?
I'll give you an example, right? If I tell you that for me to survive, I need to hit that cue right there,
Yeah.
right? That's what you need.
Yeah.
For you to be able to survive and breathe
So
oxygen.
Let's say we've got 1,000 years
Excellent.
to perfect, aiming just to one point here, right? And
Let's
then
say a
you've got
million years.
generations of people trying it out. People
Excellent.
who don't make it, you kill them, right?
Excellent.
And then now you've
Well,
got
I don't kill them.
Okay,
Take it
fine,
easy
fine.
there, guy. They die off.
They die, right?
Excellent.
And then you've got these people who've got perfect vision, motor coordination, everything.
Whoa, but where did that come from? Because those single cell
those
organisms
people
didn't have those things that they developed. They developed them over time.
There were mutations that allowed them to do certain things. That
Excellent.
Were
So that's where we're going. So that means it's not just that they already had it. That means they had to keep hitting this repeatedly to keep developing,
yeah.
right? So now the question comes to be, if nobody had a wing,
Yeah.
right? How did a wing develop? It's not like a single cell.
it didn't
There was not somebody that already had something.
A bird didn't just start flying. It was like
Excellent.
They would jump from a tree to another tree.
Right.
And they would probably
And
need
they
the
would-
help of gliders.
And where did the gliders come from?
Well, someone just probably.
Someone? someone came and taped them?
We don't know. But
You don't know. Excellent. So but you do agree that if they needed gliders and they got gliders, they didn't already have them, then it's not random selection.
It is.
Okay, let me explain this. If these are blue, right, and I need them to be red, right, if there's no gliders and I need them to have gliders, random selection will never give me red because they're all blue.
But that's inanimate. That doesn't. It's
Okay.
not capable.
Okay. So let me give you another example. Let me give you another.
Happen to be this way, and
Right.
therefore they have wings
But-
and gliders.
But that's not the theory of Darwin. But that's against Darwin's theory. Darwin's theory is that you adapt to your environment. So if something's going to live in the ocean, they adapt to having fins and breathing differently. So that's not Darwin's theory then, right? You're saying it's a complete random chance.
I'm saying
That
there
is
could be other
Darwin's
solutions.
That's not Darwin's theory.
I'm saying
it
there
is.
could be
Say it
other
again.
It is random mutations
how
that
do
are
you-
helping a species develop
How
characteristics
does-
that are working in their favor. and
How does it help them if it's random?
It is no. It does help them. Why can't
Okay,
random
so
things
let
help you?
me explain this again. Okay, let's say I'm not going to say inanimate. Let's take something alive, right?
We got 5 more minutes for this discussion.
Sure.
And then we have to
Let's
go.
say there's a bunch of flies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Flies are living creatures, right? And these flies They will, the survival for these flies is they need to start biting, right? Random selection will never give them teeth, right? There has to be what we call al-bariya, the evolver. There has to be a system that says for them to survive in the environment, they need to be able to bite.
And that any sort of mechanism to have something coming out that they can bite with, it has to be random mutation.
Excellent.
In
It's not random. That's the point. That it has to be in their genes already.
Itself is a
But
very random
you said
process.
something very intelligent. You said that it had to have already been in their genes.
No, it doesn't have to be in their genes. Their
You just
genes,
said-
while splitting up, right?
Right?
That's how it works.
But they're not going to develop
There's some
teeth by
mistake.
splitting.
No, there has to be some mistake in that splitting procedure which mutates it and gives them something else. You know?
Right?
That's how it works.
So you think that we're all from mistakes
Yeah, we
in
are all from
Genesism?
mistakes.
So we developed thinking from a mistake?
From a mistake.
She's you're agreeing or you're disagreeing?
I think we're also arguing that the current state of all the beings on Earth is perfect, but I think we could all
Okay.
develop in very different ways.
Very different ways.
Right, but think about
Randomly
that.
very
Think about
different
that, right?
ways.
Everything that we think as being useless or having without purpose, over time of study, we start to figure out its purpose, right? In the human body, you have a liver, you have a kidney, right? No, you think this all came as a mistake?
No.
So from one cell to get here with just mistakes in splitting
it was
of.
a mistake in the beginning, but then it got some functionality to it as a
So you think the lung was a mistake and then the
That mistake-
functionality came afterwards?
That mistake gave us an advantage that worked in our favor. Where there
So-
were
so
other
you-
mistakes that didn't
seriously,
work in our
let's be serious, okay?
Yeah.
You really think that the way the heart operates,
Yeah.
it was originally just a mistake and then it just came in our favor?
Definitely.
All right, well, I'll tell you
If
what,
you look at other
we'll have
random
to.
systems, right?
Yeah.
Right, sure.
It just so happens that of all of the mistakes that happen, all of the
Ours was
perfect
always
sequences-
perfect, continuously.
The perfect sequence happened to happen here.
Continuously. Continuously.
No,
Only
it's not
here.
continuous.
Why not? I
There
mean,
were- there
breathing
were
breathing
five-
is one,
There have been 5 mass extinctions. 4,
Right.
5. Okay, it doesn't matter.
which are all theories, by the way, but go ahead.
Okay, it's theory, but it's
Yeah.
based on some scientific
What
understanding
evidence?
of
What
how you-
evidence is there's 5 mass
I
techniques?
wish I could tell you
All
that,
right.
but I'm not
Well, I'll
saying
tell you
it.
what, come back next Sunday and tell me then.
All right,
All
definitely.
right. Thank you.
All right.
Take a book, read,
I'm gonna do this one.
go for it. Have a good day. Thank you.